Howdy, Immortalium here. And today I thought, because we're approaching Halloween, I thought it might be fun to do another series of Sporcle quizzes on horror movies. I did a video before and I had a great time making it. Definitely worth checking out. Go watch that if you haven't. But without further ado, let's do some more horror Sporcle quizzes and see, how many of them I get right. So we certainly have options here. Um, some of these I've definitely done before. I remember doing the limericks. I think I did the taglines and stuff. I don't think. Yeah, I did the necklace. Yeah, all that. Did it. One star. I definitely did that one. So, what about. Oh, I think this could be an interesting one to do. Horror movie by Japanese poster. So, if you guys aren't aware, I do a also have a channel which covers Japanese media, primarily anime manga. And as part of my various research and all that, I noticed that Japanese posters can be very different to the original versions. In many ways, quite stylistically cool. A lot of collectors like them, but might be interesting to take a look and see. Well, first off, that one is quite easy. Hellraiser. After that, we have. Oh, that it took me a moment. Friday the 13th. After that, let's see. Uh, Wait, what's that say? Bolu, polu da geisto. Poltergeist. If you're wondering about my ability to read, I can read katakana and hiragana, but I can't read kanji. Well, this one's an original, isn't it? I think this is just called Ju-on, or well, they wanted a grudge. That's fair enough. This is the Evil Dead. We just this is the third Nightmare on Elm Street film, so Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Okay, they just gave me that. But it is actually pretty similar. Like, for instance, this is basically just a Western poster for Annabelle. If I could spell. You see, this is quite different looking to the original poster. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. A movie that, I will remind you, had quite the profound impact on me, on my interest in horror films in general. After that, we have. What's that say? The Exorcist? Yeah, okay. After that, we have. Nice. This one I'm not immediately seeing. So. Oh, Suspiria? It takes a bit of the. Nah. Okay, well, I mean, I see Kurt Russell there, so that's the thing. That's a very different title to the original movie, though. After that, Dracula. So that's some kind of Dracula film. The Satanic Rites of Dracula. Fair enough. Uh, I haven't seen this movie, but I think I recognize the figure in the background. That's Salem's Lot, isn't it? Yeah. Get out. Ghetto Auto. Oh wait, that was it. Okay. That was easy enough. I do think it probably helped that I could read some of these titles, but what can you do? So that was pretty interesting. I do wish that the posters were a lot more different than their originals. So there's only a few there that was actually quite different to the original ones. So let's take a look. So, can you guess the following horror movies based on a screenshot taken at the 30-minute mark? Let's give that a shot. So, I mean, immediately I can tell what the first one is. That's from the first Scream film. That's, I think, the bit after Sidney has just had to wrestle with the killer. That's Evil Dead 2. That's when he cuts off his hand with a chainsaw. That's The Shining. After that, Shaun of the Dead. That is a good one. Although, I always kind of. I always think of that more of a comedy movie than a horror one, even though I do understand that it's essentially a horror comedy. Just because of the environment and the kind of graininess, I'm assuming that's Blair. Witch Project, which that's a movie that I have a lot of respect for, but you know, I'm just not super. You know, I don't love watching the Blair Witch Project. I ran over Psycho, by the way. I presume this is this Jaws? Yep, Jaws, no problem. That's your man. What's his name? The guy who voices Hades in James Woods. I think that's his name. That's God. What's that movie called? That's a weird one. I'll have to come back to it. I'll think of it in a bit, I think. This is It Follows. After that, we have That's Dawn of the Dead. We got my man Ken Foree there, who you'll know that I absolutely love Ken Foree. This is, I guess, the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Yep. I've never seen that, actually. I do have a friend who loves that. This is, I think, the original Frankenstein. That's The Thing, which I absolutely love. The Thing. Paranormal Activity. I don't know why I thought it would give it to me for just typing in paranormal. That's Suspiria. That's The Ring. Took me a moment to... I've seen the Japanese version a lot more. What's this one? Oh, but I just remembered the name for... This is Videodrome, isn't it? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, got that one. I mean, I haven't seen Salem's Lot. Is it Salem's Lot? No. Okay, I'll have to come back to that one. That's Rosemary's Baby, isn't it? After that, we've got Alien. Again, another one that I kind of... It is definitely a horror film, but I don't really think of it as such. I think of it more as a sci-fi movie. Oh, what's this one? Poltergeist, is it? No. It's not Rosemary's Baby, because you just had that. I feel like I should know this actress here, but I don't immediately recognize her. Oh, give me a sec. Oh, it's just these two. Oh, God. I mean, I have no idea. This guy... Oh, wait. It's some kind of werewolf one, I bet. This is like mid-transformation. There's An American Werewolf in London. Yeah. At first I thought it was like a vampire. He kind of looked like a vampire. But then I realized that the face was more morphing into something. What's this one? I'm trying to remember what this one is. I mean, it has the look of like maybe a 70s or a 80s film, but I'm not immediately recognizing it. Oh, I think I'm gonna be kicking myself once this timer gives up. You know what? I can't think of it. What is it? The Exorcist? Oh. Yeah, so The Exorcist, you know, I have great respect again for the movie, but paranormal movies generally aren't my, you know, like I do like a lot of paranormal movies, but you know, if you're saying like, oh, do you want a slasher movie, a horror comedy film, a body horror film, paranormal film, like I'm not going to be picking the paranormal film immediately for most of them. That's just kind of the person I am. But I do still have great respect for The Exorcist. Just I haven't seen it that much. After that, let's see, inverted horror films. That sounds a bit easy, but let's give it a shot. It's colors reversed, it says. So, I mean, that's Psycho. That is so obviously Psycho. That's Bram Stoker's Dracula. I quite like that version, actually. That's a very good film. I mean, I presume that's just The Exorcist. Yeah, because she's like levitating above the bed. This is Johnny Depp getting sucked into the bed in Nightmare on Elm Street. After that... Oh, that's Alien. It became super obvious once I saw the chest burster. That's Day of the Dead. I'm trying to remember the name of that zombie who was actually somewhat intelligent. This is the Blair Witch Project, which, you know, I've already spoken about a bit in terms of, you know, great respect for it, but I wouldn't be jumping for it. That's The Thing. This is a bit easy. Just because I kind of recognize the scenes from the movie. It doesn't really matter that they're inverted colors-wise. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This was, well, not this specific image, but this image when it isn't like color reversed. That was the image that kind of got me interested in seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Scream, that's Drew Barrymore. That's Poltergeist. I feel like that's from the poster more than the actual Jaws. Halloween. Good old Michael Myers. That is... I mean, it's between two choices, really. The shot in particular makes me think of Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, I was right. The other possibility was Evil Dead, of course. After this, so this is it. Well, that's The Shining. And what about the last one? Really? It's like, what could this be? I have no idea. Guy in a hockey mask. Okay, I better stop just teasing it. Yeah, that was very easy. A bit too easy. I wonder if there's a hard one that I can actually find. What would be a nice... Movies by difficulty horror edition? That sounds right up my alley. Well, okay, so this is the easy one. So let's see. The Exorcist. After that, Halloween. We're still in the easy section, so I shouldn't be running into any problems here. How many? There's just 40. The Omen. Good old Damien. The Shining. Paranormal Activity. After that, we've got... The Ring. Dun, 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 dun. Probably my favorite, or one of my favorites at least, Final Girls. That's The Mist. I only saw that movie recently, actually. This, well, I mean, I recognize that guy on the right. So we have options here. Considering he seems to be one being interviewed, I'm going to go with Insidious. Yeah. I mean, if he was doing the interviewing, then that would be the Conjuring movies. This is Jeff Goldblum, which means The Fly. The Descent. Love that movie. Although, actually, the first time I saw The Descent, it was on a TV that apparently didn't have its, like, the dark levels corrected. So it was actually way darker than it was meant to be. So it was actually quite hard. Once I learned that my TV was off, I rewatched the movie with it, and I was like, holy moly, I'm seeing so much more. Get Out, which is a fantastic film, actually. Really good. Jeepers Creepers, which I'm not a particularly big fan of. I know there's some fans out there, and also there's a bit of a controversy to it. The Babadook. Okay, so I'm getting all the medium ones so far. That's Friday 13th. Wait. Friday 13th? I guess it doesn't include Jason. So I guess it's meant to be medium from that perspective. The Candyman. Love Clive Barker. I've never seen any of these. But I do know one of these is associated with a plane. So yeah, Final Destination. Oh. What is that? Dead Silence? Yeah. I've never seen Dead Silence. I know it's James Wan. But I've never seen it. That's Oculus, because that's Karen Gillian. That's The Devil's Backbone. That's from, what's his name? Guillermo del Toro. Ah. Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne. What movie could this be? Wolf Creek. That's Kevin Bacon, isn't it? He's looking a lot more buff than I remember. Okay, I'll come back to it. Audition. How's the audition a hard one? That's so obvious. I have no idea. I don't know this one. That's I only know this one because I saw it in the West Craven Marathon that I did recently. The Serpent and the Rainbow. There we go. Uh, I don't recognize this one. Okay, I'll have to skip it. Hmm. I quite like this movie. The Loved Ones. I think it's so wonderfully stylish, and she gives an amazing performance. Um, that's not the others or something, is it? No, it's not the others. I don't know this one. I don't know this one either. Sorry. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, actually, the guy that she's on top of looks a bit to me like if you've watched the Game Grumps, the Aaron from the Game Grumps, doesn't he look like a bit of a dead ringer for him? I mean, I think I remember this one. Is that the one that's it's got Sam Neill in it and it's in like Germany? Possessions? No, I thought that was the guy who was cheating. Okay, I can't. I don't know. Don't know that one. I mean, it's not The Lost Boys. That's actually a movie I haven't seen yet, but I mean, that was the first thing popped in my mind. Okay, it's not Tremors. I can say that. Nah, I don't know any of these. Stir of Echoes. Okay, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Wait, Silent Hill, as in like the adaptation of the video games. Okay, I haven't seen that one either. Lights Out. I don't even recall hearing about that one. Chained, Dead End, The Girl Next Door, Shutter, Session 9, 13 Sins, The Innocents. I've heard of The Innocents, I haven't seen it. Pontypool and Grave Encounters. I actually only heard of Grave Encounters recently because there was someone reacting to the movie on YouTube. Probably time for one more movie, so let's see if we can find a nice, fun one. Let's see. Not that one. I think I did one star horror movies one last time, so it might be fun to end off on one star horror movies two. So let's see. I still think the entire budget of the movie went to beer and pizza and twigs and rocks. I mean, my first thought was the Blair Witch Project. There we go. His friend wasn't even a police officer. He worked in an airport. That's Get Out, isn't it? Slowly, yet most surely, it manages to droll through a vague and desperate I'll bet you forgot Rosemary's Baby storyline that culminates in the rebirth of some silly demon king. It's made complete only after he receives a proper Jughead-style crown. Bet you forgot. Wait, what are my options? Let's see. A Quiet Place, Carrie, Child's Play, Conjuring, Hereditary, Hellraiser, Final Destination, Descent, Creature from Black Lagoon, Hush, It Follows, Misery, Orphan, Black Normal Activity. I mean, my first thought is Hereditary, which does end, I think, with the rebirth of a demon king and some kind of crown. I don't exactly remember how it relates to Rosemary's Baby, but okay. Since when does possessing to give the telekinesis also include allowing that person to fly? Telekinesis? I mean, Carrie has telekinesis. Was there a bit where she flew? Where she levitated? I don't remember off the top of my head that happening. Okay, I'll come back to that. These blind, deaf, senseless, and fragile cave creatures were also supposed to be able to... Yeah, so that's the Descent, I bet. At the end of the movie, I'm not sure if anyone caught this. There's a giant quote telling people to worship God and fear the devil. Not to mention the convenience that you cannot move out of a haunted house. You need a priest to bless it. Okay, that sounds like is it The Conjuring? Okay. If I was lit on fire, I wouldn't get up. I would just lay there because I would be. It's a doll. That gives it away, doesn't it? Blair Witch Goes Suburban, where cafe lattes, wine, a flat screen TV, and plus furniture replace roughing it by camping. Is it Paranormal Activity? Did they have cafe lattes in that? They definitely had flat screen TVs and plush furniture. Yeah, okay. 90% of the film is just pointless underwater footage of people scuba diving. The scenes go nowhere. Last several minutes. They all seem to be quite common. Scuba diving is a creature from back the Black Lagoon. I won't do that yet. I'm not certain. I've never seen Creature from Black Lagoon, so I'm not 100%. You know that he will survive in the end. B, you know that he cannot escape before the 100 minutes are up because then the movie would end too soon. Hence the equation. A plus B equals dull, predictable garbage. Furthermore, A plus B plus frantic overacting plus idiotic plot twist plus bad casting equals stereotypical. Stereotypical, sorry. I meant typical. I was looking at this Stephen O'Kingsian junk. So, I mean, in terms of Stephen King stuff here, I think there's only, well, there's actually three. There's It, there's Misery, and there's Carrie. It's saying that he will survive in the end and cannot escape. I'm leaning towards Misery. Wait for it, there's a bunny, there's a goat, there's even a hot chick. Cabin in the woods, just sadly there's no witch. The witch? What's the purpose of the big guy with a, well, I mean, I know of Pyramid Head. I've never played any of the Silent Hill games. I'd love to actually, but I just haven't been able to get them. Later on in the movie, after disaster, dad and family have gotten the 5-year-old killed. Disaster mom and dad decides to bring in another newborn in the world. I see the scene, but it might have worked with a John Cleese cameo. No, Sam, please, we're British. Someone lost their baby. Not Orphan, is it? I haven't seen Orphan. Come back. What were the kids? Well, I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's too obvious. The whole movie has one message. If you can save someone's life, don't bother. That's Final Destination, I guess. Just a string of murders and mayhem committed by the... And that's... she's from Russia, and the same thing just goes on and on for 2 hours. That could be Orphan. Okay. So that means that other one wasn't Orphan. Harry Potter does a great job... Well, The Woman in Black. They never explain or even bother trying to find out where it follows. You don't really need to know, I think, personally, but whatever. Studio Executive 1, what was the plot again? Just add another gratuitous skinless body. Well, I mean, Pin guy, yeah. Love that movie. Absolutely adore the first two Hellraiser movies. Hard to believe a smart writer can't cook, who cannot cook these days. Well, in the movie, there's a guy stalking a mute girl. Well, the mute girl, I think, is Hush, right? Writer who can't... Oh, she can't cook, I guess. I actually don't remember that from the movie, but I think that might have been something she's talked about with her friend early on. Since when does... I mean, this got to be Carrie, right? Yeah, I just don't remember... Oh... Of course! Yeah, it's a... Their 5-year-old gets killed and they bring another newborn into the world. Of course. I remember that now. It is A Quiet Place. Okay, we got all that done. Yeah, nothing too difficult overall there. Well, I mean, I say nothing too difficult. I kind of messed up with that tricky, like, hard horror movie ones. But, you know, what can I do? I did my best with it. And I think I still did pretty well, considering how obscure some of the movies got after a while. So thanks for watching. Of course, I would absolutely love to hear, as always, what you think about, you know, these horror quizzes. How do you think that I did in them? Were there any that I didn't get that you did get, or vice versa? Any that I got that you wouldn't have gotten? And of course, if you want to support the channel, I would encourage you to use my Amazon affiliate links in the description below. When you purchase horror through those affiliate links, not only supporting me, not only supporting the channel, but you're also supporting the horror industry. So I'd highly encourage you to purchase your horror through those affiliate links. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and bye-bye.